course, Mem is known to play these pedal sticks also.
Very unorthodox support actually.
Yes, and response on this one would be taking up Rebenga's Rek'Sai.
Yes. So, actually, I think nakita natin yung nagamit ni Rebenga si Rek'Sai ng LCL.
Yes.
I think, and sobrang dominating na performance niya on Rek'Sai despite actually yung nerfs niya. Ngayon, yung kit niya, like we discussed with Azurai, very useful pa rin siya, especially with yung mobility plus yung knock-up using yung burrow niya. So still very strong peak jungler at the moment.
Yes. Even with those continuous nerfs.
Yes.
Yes. I think two consecutive patches with the nerf. Okay. So only this patch 5.4, I think Rek'Sai has no nerf.
Dito na siya hindi nahawakan ng Riot.
Yes. Pero if you look into that patch 5.4, there's been an uproar in there because they're asking for strategic diversity. Where's the strategic diversity? So they were asking for like a cure from patch 5.4. And what happened was that there's 5 AD removed from the Devourer enchantment and Jarvan getting nerfed also. Then switching between the jungle items. Alright, that I think there's a 255 gold or 250 gold now instead of 3 after patch 5.3. And they were asking like, what the hell? Where's the strategic diversity? There's still Vi, there's still Jarvan. Just the same picks all over the jungle right now. But we'll see in patch 5.4.
Yeah, natatry naman yung Riot na ibalik yung ibang items. Especially yung Poacher Snipe na very big concern siya ngayon kasi walang gumagamit. But Riot's putting effort.
Yes, everybody's doing their best here. Especially like me. I'm talking in English right now.
We're all trying to cover our weakness.
Yes. This is some way to leverage my shot casting up. So going back into the game, that will be Veigar. They don't want any Veigar up in this game. Plus, there's Jarvan 4, and of course there will be from Diamond. It's Kassadin and Vi. Any insights on this ban? This is pretty much generic bans, right?
Yes. Gaya na sinabi mo kanina, yung Fiddlesticks, pretty much a target ban. Onto Shura, the Veigar just because very popular na siya ngayon sa meta na ngayon. Jarvan still as annoying as ever, forever annoying yan. Si Rek'Sai, Kassadin, and Vi, all staple picks. Yung Rek'Sai not so much, medyo nag-disappear siya sa meta for a while after yung consecutive 2 nerfs. But Kassadin and Vi are pretty much present. Yung Kassadin dapat sulitin na actually yan bago yung 5.4. Kasi yung rift walk niya, parang naging rift crawl na lang kasi nawala na totally yung range niya. So,
rift sidestep.
So, sobrang nerf na yung range niya. But, yun, looking at the picks now, that's gonna be a Graves secured first pick from IPT and then a possible Annie Kalista combo. Wow, actually, that's actually quite a nice combo because if Kalista ults Annie and throws her into the enemy team, pretty much sure almost 3 to 4 man stun, kung kanya 5 man stun with the Tibber stun. So,
it's interesting what happened in the support role. That after Janna got nerfed, I wasn't expecting that Veigar will be the one who will rise up in the support role as a substitute. Then there's Annie. I was wishing for the old times that was Blitzcrank. Then there's also Leona, right?
Actually, sobrang lakas ni Leona at the moment But because yun nga, since na-nerf yung ibang supports like Janna, Janna talagang halos hindi na natin nakita. Kasi for the first halos 12-11 weeks siguro ng PGS. Since Worlds.
From Mata.
Yeah, she's been seen all the time. Yung iba naumay na talaga sa kanya. But at the moment, we can see that a lot of different supports are, well, not a lot of different supports, but the supports that were ignored nung Worlds, nag-rise back ulit sila. So si Annie, bumalik siya, yung usually Season 2 natin nakita, Season 3. Si Veigar, which we have never seen sa support role dati, bumalik siya.
And I'm so excited if on the patch 5.5.
Yes.
That's actually, they're saying it's it's a Ghibli, Studio Ghibli reference. But it's actually, for me, I see it as Baymax.
Actually, yung ibang nga sabi parang kapatid ni Blitzcrank.
It's interesting because roaming supports are aggressive and ganking supports, right? Like, you could do that one on Thresh, actually, to roam a lot. And
Thresh, Alistar,
Blitzcrank, and in Game 3, that's what Stronger has been trying to pull up with that Morgana. But the interesting part about that roaming bard is that it's not an aggressive roamer. He just leave up med packs in the lanes that he's going to visit.
Actually,
so, interesting playstyle there.
Very interesting champion siya. Gaya nga sabi ni Monte Cristo, very interesting yung recent releases ng champions na Riot. Kasi very versatile yung kit nila. Ever since From, parang napakaganda ng mga champions na lalabas. Especially with concerns to kit
Yes.
Napaka-versatile.
Yes, it's just not another copy of another champ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, going back into the game, we will have there's Imperium securing now Lee Sin on Rebenga.
Yes.
It's been a long time we've seen Lee Sin on Rebenga.
Yeah.
And there's also Nami for support in IPT Blue. And with one pick away from Diamond, they're hovering over the Shyvana. And I think this is a jungle
Hecarim.
Hecarim.
Wow. Ooh, Nocturne.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, who would be the top laner? For this one?
Well, looking at the picks as of the moment,
I've seen a Nocturne top eh.
Yes, yeah.
But and of course Hecarim could be an effective jungle also.
Yes.
Remember that chill kills.
Yeah.
Remember that chill kills,
think,
right?
Ano bang game yun? I can't recall. I think it was last week or
Yes, last week,
but
yes.
yeah, we saw the chill kills.
Yes, from Hecarim.
Yeah, I think it was J2 versus Mineski.
Yes.
Yeah, from Ruin. But looking at the picks right now, Lee Sin onto Rebenga. Yes, that's not something we see frequently. Pero I think that could be possibly dahil nga naban yung Rek'Sai, medyo nasa-stretch yung pool kailangan to dito na kay Rebenga. And usually, I think he's the one who uses Wukong.
Yes.
One of the most frequent champions that Rebenga uses. But, again, Wukong, very, we haven't seen consistently good performances from jungle Wukongs. So, I think Rebenga opted for a different jungle this time.
Yeah.
But, looking at the Hecarim,
yes,
naman.
Hecarim, and look, there's a cannon.
Yeah. Actually, talking about Hecarim and Kennen, both have made a sort of resurgence into the meta ngayon. Kasi Kennen has come back. I think I saw him in Korean solo queue tournament. He was against Faker as Azir. And actually, malakas naman talaga hanggang ngayon si Kennen. Yeah, in the OGN. So, the Korean solo queue tournament, ginamit siya. And, yes, also Hecarim, I believe SKT used him as a top laner. And still, a very viable option.
And even in last week's match.
Yes.
J2 versus Mineski TG with that cannon of his.
Yes.
This is really a painful champ and actually a good safe lane champ.
Yeah.
Yes. With actually consistent harass.
Yeah.
If you're able to connect normal hits plus the E from the cannon.
Yeah.
So any breakdowns on these team compositions, especially now, Shura actually, instead of picking Ari, he's going to pick off Orianna.
Yeah. That's actually also another pick that we haven't seen frequently, Orianna.
Why Orianna instead of Ari?
I'm not sure,
Ari is a high
actually.
priority pick, right?
Sige, tignan natin yung team composition. Because looking at IPT at the moment, they are half pick composition, half team fight composition. Because Kennen, Lissandra, and Nami, that's very heavy pick. Yeah, they have a lot of CC, they have a lot of team fight potential, plus yung damage from Graves early game. And plus yung picks coming in from Lee Sin.
Yes,
that's also very strong. And then looking at Diamond, they have also actually more of a team fight, I think, composition to.
Yes.
Kasi Annie, Orianna, pero pwede ring, actually they have very similar team compositions because Nocturne can also make
also Hecarim, the ball delivery system. A really solid ball delivery system, yes.
Actually, and also actually medyo awkward kung ilagay mo yung ball kay Nocturne kasi baka mag-out yung range. But Hecarim and Orianna would make sense. More than, I think, an Ari, which is probably why they changed their mind. Kasi kung lagay mo yung bola kay Hecarim, he'll just rush in, there goes the shockwave, and then picks from MA as well, tapos flash Tibbers coming in from Shura. So, actually, I'm expecting to see a lot of very explosive team fights here in this game.
Yeah. I think it would be the ball delivery system. I think the victim here for that combo from Diamond would be Arkin Graves.
Yeah,
because if you look into this champions by IPT Blue, you have Kennen, Lee Sin, and in some way Chop.
Yeah,
they're quite mobile champs. Yeah. All right, so you heard the breakdown of these matches from GS Amplifier and me. So you could tell us your insights. Yes. How good am I in English casting? Alright? And our Garena Talk, okay? PGS Rift, that is 171-88811. And of course, we also have our Facebook community.
Yes, go over to the Facebook. Go over that search bar and type PGS Rift. We are at currently, I think, 1,780 plus members. It's a very healthy community at the moment.
We're entering the 2K mark, yes.
Yes, so we're entering the 2K mark, and for all you know, there could be surprises for that.
Yes.
Like before, so
we have the Rifters Go RM live event.
Yes, we did have it. It's over now. But for all you know, pag tumama tayo ng 2K mark, we could introduce another prize.
Yes.
So do go over to the Facebook page, join us in our community, to join as well the pro players that
that's hanging out there,
join us. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, I think we're posting there some custom games.
Yes,
invites. Of course, you get to play with her newly hired gun, GM Kairux.
Yes,
of course, and yeah, just
fan
tell
art
us,
also. Yeah,
yes,
diba sinabi mo
arts,
kanina
yes.
na marami na post ng art.
Yeah, so you can tell us your insights of this game, not just in Facebook, but also in our social media platforms, that is Twitter and Instagram, that is at PGS LOL. And of course, help us out on this stream. Okay, invite your friends in, all summoners that you know, to watch the Smart Prepaid
Smart Prepaid
GameX Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season on our stream link, that is esports.garena.ph/stream.
Yes, so napakaaba ng pangalan, but
yeah,
yes,
not just the name, but the intensity of this game. It's just too hot in here.
Yes.
Alright.
We also want to remind you guys that this is going to be the last watch-in win for the Pro Gaming Series. So do join. I believe after the second game of this set, kakaroon na din ng watch-in win.
But unlike Revive, who will also say bye-bye to us in 5.4? Yes, 5.4. Yeah. The watch and win promo will be replaced
with
by actually a better event. Yeah, so just wait up for updates in the Pro Gaming Series Facebook fan page.
Yes, kaya nga sabi ni Asray, nag-iingit siya kung sino man nanalo sa replacement to the watch and win. So, very exciting. So
somebody will win. Somebody's.
Somebody
there might be more than one people who will win a better price. I think it's better talaga.
Alright, but before we enter the Summoner's Rift, we're gonna take this short break.
Parasite the Maxim. Watch it the same day as Japan. Thursdays at 11 p.m. on Animax.
Oh yeah! So yeah, guys, welcome to the Pro Gaming Series. No, it's actually Smart Prepaid GameX Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season Week 14. We are now on our final week of the group stage. You are witnessing Game 3, fight between Imperium Pro Team Blue versus Wargans Spreading Disguise Diamond. On the blue side, we will have Yukes on a cannon. On the top lane, in the jungle, we have Rebecca and Lee Sin. In the mid lane, it would be Chalk on Lissandra, and for the bottom duo, we have Arkin on Graves and AJZY on Nami support.
Meanwhile, on the red side, we have Diamond. That's going to be Ethan in the top lane with the Hecarim, Meme in the jungle with the Nocturne, Nage in the mid lane with Orianna, and in the dual lane, we've got Eben and Shura with the Kalista and Annie combo.
Okay, so spreading out evenly, we could see Imperium Pro Team Blue here. No early pings coming from both teams to go for any aggressive invade on. It's only Imperium Pro Team Blue making sure that they secure all of their jungle's entrances.
Yes, actually mas nakakatakot yung level 1 dito ng IPT because they have the root from Lissandra, the bubble from Nami, the Q from Lee Sin, and then I'm not sure pero possible stun from Kennen. The only secured level 1 advantage here is yung Annie with her stun. But other than that, mas nakakatakot talaga yung IPT.
I think the W. Is that incinerate or disintegrate?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can hover that one. Kahit pretty much
That's
similar siya,
disintegrate.
disintegrate. So, disintegrate for the Q and incinerate for the W.
Yes.
If you look into the bottom lane matchup, GS Amplifier, since I think you play a lot of ADRs also, or you play mid lane.
Yeah, usually mid lane, but
Mid lane.
I've had my share of AD carry games. But
the bottom lane matchup, Kalista, Pre-6 Kalista and Annie versus Graves and Nami.
Yeah, well, usually the Kalista and Annie combo would shine somewhere in the mid game after Kalista grabs her attack speed items. I would say around level 1 to 3, Kalista and Annie would have to play safe because even if Kalista is mobile, hindi yun nagsho-show sa early part ng game. And medyo na-shut down yung mobility with the Aqua Prison from Nami. So, pag nag-Aqua Prison na yung Nami and nag-buckshot and everything yung Graves, medyo wala nang response dun yung Kalista other than the stun from Annie, which would be useless by then.
Yes, and that is reflected on this rotation here.
Yes.
So, Diamond knows they'll shine bright only in around level 6 and in the mid game, so they pull out lane swap. So moving here in the top lane and actually going to give the Cannon Yukes a hard time.
Yes, definitely. I think it was a good decision to keep Kalista safe because securing her late game is the best thing you can do for Kalista.
Yes. So just bringing the Blood Moon over the late game, and Rebecca getting consistent support from AJZY in the jungle, but a rotation. Alright.
Yeah, they actually both they took each other's blues.
Yes, it's actually 2014 season classic blue trade between the junglers.
Yeah, so not much of an effect, I think, at this point in the game. Yes. Also since my lane swap na, so walang magagank na bottom lane from Diamond.
And look at here, there's Nocturne and Hecarim plus the top duo of Diamond collapsing in the top lane. This is a classic Team Liquid gank. Welcome greeting against Impact in the top lane, but the ward spotted of Meme. Okay, so there's also a signal on the top duo of Diamond, so that rotation could have been another first blood, or maybe another first blood. A first blood peak for Diamond was stopped by that ward.
Actually good thing that Yukes didn't push through with that kasi nakaduo siya kay Ethan so if ever he came in, might have been a knockback and then baka scary yun. So it was a good decision that he didn't push through.
So that rotation actually worked out in favor now of IPT Blue. As Arkin was able to shove this, I think this is 3 minion waves to the bottom turret, bottom outer turret.
Yeah, I think yung lane swap is going to have pros and cons for both teams. Pros in the sense that Kalista will get farm, but it's actually not that bad for Yukes kasi range champion siya, but there's gonna be a clash. Rebenga is gonna close in onto Nage, and he does get quite low, but that's gonna be a disengage for them. Can't finish him off.
No follow-up from Garena. Rebenga is actually too low to make that turret dive.
Yes.
And plus there's also a shield from Nage with that Oriana, but still good hustle. No flash burn from Nage.
Yeah, anyway, like I was saying earlier, I think it's pros and cons for both teams. So Kalista gets farm. Yukes doesn't have a hard time. Kasi gaya na sinabi ko, medyo range champion din si Kennen. But at the bottom lane, it's also a con for IPT in a way because Graves is still a range champion. Even if it's short, it's still range. So Hecarim or Ethan here would have a bit of a hard time against Graves in the early game. That's why we can see 10 CS difference. So
between
Ethan and Graves.
Now, but the thing about Ethan also is that he has that Q. That's actually a decent wave clear. For a melee champ. I miss that Hecarim, that ultra rapid fire Hecarim, the helicopter Hecarim.
Q every 1 second.
Yes, with that heal from his W.
Yes.
Okay. So AJZY tried to rotate up here in the mid lane. That's spotted by that Sentinel and Yukes compared to that classic Kennen lane dominance. He cannot go anywhere near that Kalista plus Shura holding on to that stand on his Annie.
Yeah, pero yun, gaya na siya. Ooh, but there's gonna be a gank here. It's gonna be Meme focusing down on Arky. The Q does not land. The Fear does, and it's gonna force a flash. Meanwhile, TP gonna come up from Yukes, and he is gonna go to the bottom lane.
Yeah, okay, here comes Yukes with an electric surge onto Ethan. Ethan goes low with the damage. Rebecca tries to put a Tempest in with a back shot. Yukes was able to land one normal hit, but that is still Ethan surviving. Here comes Shock, and this is actually format of IPT. Going for a push here in the bottom lane. They could actually offer an early dragon here, but no, this is the bottom turret going down.
Yes, and that's gonna be an early first tower coming in for IPT in this game. So and I think that's actually a very good thing for IPT because an early game Graves that's roaming is more dangerous than an early game Kalista that's roaming.
So now this lane swap, getting placed in the bottom lane.
Yes.
Proved to be disadvantageous for Diamond now. That's one turret and one dragon in the bag for IPT Blue. This is definitely an advantage for IPT Blue. Shockwave on Banga. That is IPT Blue without any smite, and that is Diamond Ethan securing the dragon for Diamond. So wow.
Oh my, there's gonna be a kill.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so Diamond was able to turn tables around from that rotation from IPT Blue. 0-2 on our scoreboard. Plus, yan, evening out the gold lead now.
Yeah.
And the dragon in
Such
the
an unfortunate turn of events for Diamond. Kasi, nung una sasabihin ko sana, this was a very good early game for IPT because you get to roam the Graves, you shut down the roam of Ethan, and then you get the first dragon. But again, questionable dragon call because the death timers are low.
Yeah.
And they were low. Medyo mababa yung HP na ng IPT at that time. So, the dragon goes to Diamond and 2 kills also. So, sad turnaround.
Yes. And Nage, good decision by Nage to focus Rebenga.
Yeah.
Removing that smite, making sure, increasing their chances of getting that dragon even without any smite in them. That's
good priority check.
Yes. So, interestingly, what happened? There's just one thing that I've observed in the bottom lane. Ethan, that I think he's E from that Hecarim. So it can be dodged by the quick draw of Graves. Yes.
Yeah.
No CC, no knock up or is that a knock up or a stun?
I think it's a knockback stun.
Knockback, yes, from the Hecarim. So no knockback stun from the Hecarim.
Interesting.
After that quick draw.
Akala ko target spell siya, but turns out you can dodge
so you can dodge it. It's like a projectile, mini projectile, but you're the one.
Projectile.
Yes, you're the one who's using yourself as the projectile.
Yes.
So now, looking to the gold lead. So not much for Diamond. For a flash out of Shura.
Yikes.
So
that's the fear with Lissandra.
Yes.
Pag nag-E siya at malapit ka, either ma-SS ka or flash ka na lang.
There's also Rebenga.
Yes.
And there's I think that's a sure kill on Annie.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes. Alright, so looking into the items, we have the recurve bow onto Kalista, prioritizing that Runan's item, core item for Kalista, and we also have the BF sword on Graves.
Yeah, I think it's pretty even. Usual, very staple builds for both AD carries. Nakita natin usually, that's always a Runan's or a Blade of the Ruined King for a Kalista, depending on the opponent, and then a BF sword for Graves.
Yukes with a needlessly large drag.
Yeah.
So even with the lane swap from Diamond, I think Yukes was able to secure decent
flash. Nope,
right,
never mind,
so
disengage.
Just a Q from Nocturne. Okay, connecting onto AJZY.
There's an easy route as well. Landing onto Nage and the ult lands onto him as well. There's gonna be an ult, the shockwave to respond, but it's not gonna be it.
Yeah, it's just the electric surge. That is a slicing maelstrom from Yukes. Giving that kill onto Chalk.
Yes, and yun talaga yung specialty ng IPT. It's the team fights. And at this point, most of them are level 6, 7, except for Rebenga. So at this point, I think it's very important for IPT to start the roam and objective control. Kasi nga, gaya na sinabi natin, once Kalista hits her mid to late game, medyo hindi na makakatch up tong si Graves.
Yes. And take note, IPT has no tanks.
Yeah.
No tanks to stop Kalista. Well, actually, Kalista is actually a good anti-tank champion.
Yeah.
Maybe what IPT Blue plans to do here is that zone out Kalista or catch her off with Kennen, with Yukes, with that slicing maelstrom.
Actually, that's why I guess yung maganda yung composition ng IPT in team fights is because they have a lot of anti-mobility spells.
Yes.
Yung Aqua Prison, the Root, plus, I guess, yung kick, which would kick Kalista back.
Yes.
But, yeah, there's a lot of anti-mobility or rather, spells from IPT. The problem is, kahit mangyari yun, the difficult part is that Diamond is still super mobile. They have the ult from Nocturne, they have the ult from Ethan, and then there's the CC crowd control from Annie and Oriana.
And you just look at Nage. Even he gets killed in the mid lane, that's 2-1-0 for an Oriana. That's actually a decent early game. Decent game for a mid laner. So, the ball delivery system is quite sure for Diamond. Also, there's a combo from the Fate Skull and a stun from an Annie. That is an easy pick by Meme onto Arkin.
I guess that's what I was saying earlier about having a very explosive either pick or team composition. It's because Nocturne, once he ults someone, plus the stun from Annie, paano ka ba makakatakas na, no? So it's pretty much a sure kill.
It's just as good as the Lissandra SS.
Yeah, pretty much at this point. So much lockdown.
Plus, actually Diamond, 3 kills now. So IPTB is relying on their lane dominance on this one with kind of small lead in terms of gold. Right, and also no sweeping lens from Rebecca. Okay, he's relying on that ward hop. There is Rebecca collapsing onto Mame. Force a flash out. Winner Resonating Strike plus a kill. I think that's Rebecca. Yes, flashing up, and he gets caught up in a bad position by Shura here. There now, Ethan chasing Chalk with the ball.
Yeah, now he's gonna ult in onto Chalk. Chalk is gonna receive a lot of damage, and they stayed a little bit too long. He's gonna pop the ult. But it's not gonna be enough. And
that will be a double kill for Naga now. 4-1-0 KDA as Arkin is left up top to push the top turret of Diamond.
Yeah, IPT stayed too long in that clash at the top lane. Nung una, akala ko maganda siyang pick. But right after the flash from Meme, I think it would have been a better decision to just back out. Kasi yung nangyari doon, no, when they stayed too long, that gave so much time for Diamond to respond. And it became 5-1 for the kill score.
With the composition of Diamond, they could chase you down.
Yes.
Hecarim, Nocturne, movement speed from that Oriana W. So, I think IPT Blue has to reconsider if ever they want to go over aggressive against Diamond.
All aboard the Hecarim train.
Yes. Right, so Arkin successfully picking up this outer top turret. No rotation yet, not to pick up these Graves, and he's just getting all those free hits against Ethan.
Yeah, and notice now, so far, IPT has had very good rotations because they have 3 towers, meanwhile, Diamond has none. So I think that's what we were saying about having a mid-game spike for IPT. It's that since Kalista medyo mahina pa siya from at the moment, she doesn't have her Runans yet, so they are able to abuse that and they take out all of the outer towers.
And even being very wise with the use of his Sentinel. I've observed this Sentinel always sighting someone up.
Yeah.
So this is now 15 seconds into the Dragon. It's actually Diamond taking an early position now. This is the traditional ward battle before taking the Dragon.
Actually, maganda yung pinoint out mo. No? So far, we haven't seen Kalista get picked out by the Lee Sin due to yung ward.
The Sentinel.
Yeah.
Okay, so one normal attack on that Dragon that will displace him up, but okay, Diamond taking a position here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, this is actually a very dangerous situation for, I would say, both teams. If the Shockwave and Tiber stun lands onto IPT, they lose. But if the Cannon ult and the Lissandra ult lands onto Diamond, they lose. So, but there's gonna be a pick down here.
So they're now picking up Arkin. They opt to pick the Graves in the bottom lane. And wow! 3 Vanessas from Tsunade. It's the slicing Maelstrom getting caught up short. And now they are on to the Venga, trying to pick up Nage. An ace for Diamond with that awesome 3-man Shockwave.
What a fight! That was a clean fight coming in from Diamond. They take the bottom lane, and then immediately after there's a Shockwave. They were totally baited into the bottom lane push right there, and then it's gonna be a free Dragon. What a turnaround there coming in from Diamond to take the lead.
But why? HUWAY? Why? Why did IPT Blue collapse like that? Responding into the bottom lane. That's Shockwave, Oriana, right? I mean, they could like up to not group.
I
mean, don't stick up with each other.
That was a very unfortunate move from IPT.
For IPT Blue, so they have to reconsider their position now with the threat of that Oriana. I think that's actually not an exceptional maneuver for Oriana.
It's not.
It's just how
bad
you really play.
Bad
position for IPT and how you really just play an Oriana.
I mean, Oh, tama talaga yung sinabi mo na they all moved down.
Yes.
They knew that Oriana was there. Let's just point out where Oriana was. She was right here.
Yes.
So they knew that the whole team was here, but Lissandra decides to walk in anyway, along with the rest of the team, and they have to be careful.
Yes, so this one that will close now a 9-kill lead in favor of Diamond, and actually a 2k gold lead plus 2 dragons.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's only IPT now relying on their lead with the turrets.
Yeah, and looking at Oriana right now, she's 7-1. The moment that Oriana gets fed, the shockwave becomes very, very deadly.
Yes, that Meme and Ethan, they can just become tanky on this one and just rely on delivering the ball.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's the fear. Kapag naka-AP items itong si Oriana, usually, pag hindi na-feed yung Oriana, if she just... Ooh, but there's gonna be a clash anyway. Gonna have to hold that thought. AJCY gets caught out position. She's gonna be forced to flash out. She's gonna use that tidal wave. Will they catch anyone off guard? They will not. Yux decides to flash in, and they're gonna get caught off guard.
Alright, so that Yux gets speared out of Meme. Rebecca trying to chase in. He will try to connect a sonic wave. No, not yet. And this is one pick in favor of IPT Blue. So, I think it's IPT, I'm sorry, it's Diamond. They're just quite far to follow up and try to rescue Shura.
Yeah, that was actually unfortunate, no? Kasi yung Diamond yung nagsimula, pero AJZ was able to flash over the wall. Namatay pa si Shura. So,
alright,
sad
so
exchange.
This is an engage, or this is an execution that IPT Blue needs.
Yeah.
So they have to repeat this one up.
Yeah, actually they have a very good form of counter engage as well. Kasi gaya nga na nakita natin, no, AJCY almost got caught off guard. But because they have the Lissandra ult, plus the stun, possible stun coming in from Yux, then nakakatakot na syempre yung kick from Lee Sin. They have a very good way of punishing the over-aggressive move from Diamond if ever they choose to do that. So dapat din i-respect ng Diamond yung possible counter-engage potential from IPT.
Yeah. And of course, IPT Arcane from a tie matchup, from a fair wow, so Nage puts an SS Sonic Wave onto himself. There's also the Lissandra SS onto Nage, and here comes Beme to the rescue. He gets shot down. 3 members collapse onto him. 2 for 0 exchange in favor of IPT Blue.
Rebenga with a classic Dragon Rage to Q combo. So,
yeah, and IPT Blue adjusting to the playstyle of Diamond. Diamond's becoming aggressive now.
Yeah.
And it's IPT Blue just beating up Diamond.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant by having a good punishing team, because nakita natin the moment Nage got a little too relaxed in the game, she didn't have vision. Again, looking at the vision right now, it's a dark map for Diamond at the moment. Meanwhile, look at that, it's totally dark, nothing in the river, and this is where they came from. Meanwhile, so much vision around the map for IPT. It was a good pick from them. And again, if Diamond continues to be over aggressive and too lax like this, they will continue to get punished by IPT.
Yes. So with Nagi getting shot down, one of their steady trump card now for Diamond, that would be Ivan on Kalista. Steady now. Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, from a fair fight, Arcane now gets compromised. 0-3-1 KDA compared to a steady Kalista 0-0-3. Just is safe on his way to the late game.
Definitely. Looking at the goal difference right now, it's Arcane's 5,800, but Kalista's only 5,300, so it's actually not that bad. And that's a Runan's to... Oh wait, there's gonna be a pick here. Rebecca's gonna get caught up position. The fear is gonna force him to flash out of the wall, and that's gonna be a disengaged Tibbers carrying.
So...
Yikes. Actually...
I'm looking at the Tiber, so... It just gets cooled down after the Tibbers has died.
Actually, yeah.
Alright, so it's now anybody's game, coming from like a visible lead earlier by Diamond. But we have to take note, 1 minute into the DR, IPT Blue no DR yet. Diamond wants to close in for their first turret of the game. Here in the mid lane, they're going to focus Arcane down. Ethan, he could receive the ball actually on this one.
Oh, but he decided to take out the tower. Yeah. Good trade.
Okay. Yes.
That plus the fact that Dragon is coming in 40 seconds, so without that tower, it would help them to secure the Dragon with better positioning. Yeah.
Okay.
Good decision there.
Yeah, that's still 40 seconds now. From the mid lane, it's actually 15 seconds window to rotate to the...
Actually, mas maganda siguro yung decision if they delayed taking the tower and took it right before Dragon came up.
Yes.
But regardless, it's still a tower for them.
Yes.
Actually, first tower for them.
Wow!
Whoa! Okay.
So that's Rebenga for you. Sonic Wave Steel.
He beat the distortion. That's
wow.
That's a great feat, actually.
Yeah, so here comes the ball. No, Meme has no ball on him, and that is Yux in the front line, shutting down members of Diamond. There's a 3-man shockwave followed by the essence of Ethan. Fight carries on,
and that's gonna be Arkin running away right now. He has not much health left. He's gonna escape with a sliver. He's gonna flash out. Will he be able to escape? Ethan takes him down. That's gonna be a kill for him. The shield gonna help him out. AJZY, not much option left. Will they be able to disengage? Ethan still running. Will they get the kill? And it's gonna be a 3-for-1 exchange
in favor of Diamond. So, yes, with that advantage in that team fight, I think they secured the dragon here. I don't know if Luciandra will do anything against Diamond here. I think Ivan and Shura and Ethan got decent life to secure this one. That's pretty slow, no, for a dragon.
Yeah,
maybe of course the Ren stack on the 1k mark. Okay, leaving only 4 life for the dragon. This is the 3rd dragon slain for Diamond.
Yeah, that's a 3,000 gold lead now for Diamond, which is kind of scary kasi gaya nga ng sinabi natin kanina, no, bago mag-enter sa Summoner's Rift.
Yes.
IPT would ideally have the gold lead because they scale better into the mid-game, but that was only the case for Kalista. With the rest of the members of Diamond, they can all scale into the mid-game just as well as IPT. And that's actually good because the 4 members of Diamond, since they spike into the mid-game, can help lift Kalista into the late game. And that makes things very dangerous in the case of Graves and Lee Sin, who fall off as the game progresses.
Also, what happened in the mid lane also? There's kind of miscommunication between Meme and Nage. Meme activated his SS Nocturne without any ball on him.
That's what we pointed out now. Medyo awkward yung Nocturne to Orianna combo kasi the moment na mag-ult siya, medyo sobrang bilis ng pagka-engage ng Nocturne na baka hindi makakatch up yung Orianna in terms of the shield plus
ball,
the shockwave. Yes.
So let's see if they'll be able to pull that off because that is one fancy combo.
Yeah, actually, maganda. That was the most ideal way to start the fight. Pero actually, nangyari lang kay Nocturne, namatay lang siya in the process.
Just imagine what Diamond could throw into IPT Blue. That Nocturne with the ball plus Shura on Fate's Call.
Yeah. Actually, important siguro dito na mangyari is that Chalk and Lee Sin can jump into the backline to get Nage and Eban. Because kung magawa nila yun, there's not much disengage coming in from Diamond. So if you can reach the backline, actually sobrang hirap nun. But if they can do it, especially with Yux actually, who can just pass through the entire enemy team.
Actually, Yux did a good job in the mid lane engage earlier.
Yeah.
He was able to zone out members of Diamond. Actually, all members of Diamond. To go for an engage there, leaving Meme isolated after that SS.
So yun nga, if Yux can enter the backline, possibly stun it, and then have Chalk and Rebenga enter, maybe Rebenga can kick someone into the front line. That's the most ideal here. But again, it's also the most delicate combo. Kasi nga, compared to the combo of IPT, yung Diamond, sobrang dali lang yan. Shield SS, di ba?
So, what is interesting about this game is not about the rotation, but about how the execution of combos. The execution of combos. Now, Ivan goes aggressive here with a follow-up by Meme. Ivan gets flashed away, but the tidal wave, but still, that is Arkin dying onto the Nocturne.
Actually, that's medyo nakakatakot na nga yun. If Arkin can't take Kalista, then Arkin sort of loses yung advantage that he usually would have at 23 minutes. But since we're entering the late game, I think this is Evan's chance to shine now.
Plus, AJZY is not anymore enough to protect Arkin.
Yeah.
Even with the tidal wave activated. And yes, so IPT Blue has no tidal wave for this inner turret defense. And Nage has his ball up. Ichan could actually activate his SS to deliver the ball, but I think they'll play it safe now.
Yeah, actually, maybe that was kasi gaya na sinabi natin kanina, no. Whoop, never mind. There's gonna be a clash here. AJZY gonna get caught out of position. That's gonna be an easy burst for him. Ethan ults in, but it actually wasn't needed.
Yeah. So IPT was wise enough not to. They know that Ethan will ult in, but there's a flash onto the sea. Lissandra, will the shockwave be activated? No, it's actually the frozen tomb. And a flash dodging that shockwave.
Now there's gonna be all coming in from Yux. He also used the Zhonya's. He's gonna get a double kill. Ethan trying to tank as much damage as he can. There's no more shockwave from Nage here to end anyone's life, and it's gonna be a disengage from both teams.
Wow! Both of this team has the kit to make an awesome team fight. Has the trump card to make those team fight, and it's a matter of, I don't know, even if it seems like it doesn't really mean that if you go first you lose.
Yeah.
But it's just like who really gets to pick the, I mean, whose SS, whose combo gets to pick the most champions.
Yes, actually tama. Kasi gaya na sabi ko kanina, no, both teams have the potential to punish one another, but the main point is that you have to keep your Punisher alive. In the case of IPT, it's Chok and Yux who can punish a fight, because kung pumasok ka at ma-SS ka ni Chok plus the Zhonya's all coming in from Yux, your engage will get punished. But at the same time, if you come into Diamond and Nage lands his Shockwave, that's another punish for them. So I think the reason why Diamond with their lead could not shut down IPT immediately is because wala natamaan na Shockwave.
Yeah, Chok did a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, a lot of skill, skill has been invested or spent onto Chok.
Yeah.
And he's still alive.
Yeah.
After those,
that's the usefulness of yung Frozen Tomb to self.
T-Bears, Shockwave.
Yeah.
No death. No deaths coming from Chok. Alright, so we are entering now the 25-minute mark. Actually, less than 5 minutes away to enter the 30-minute mark of the game. That is an 8-kill lead by Diamond. Also with a 3k gold lead. They are now rotating 35 seconds into the Dragon Pit. You can see IPT Blue, okay, slowly and steadily gaining ward coverage here. Coming to the Dragon. But of course, there's Diamond to contest. And yes, of course, this is a positional advantage by Diamond over the Dragon Pit.
Actually, also a good idea, no, that Ashura picked up, is going to pick up eventually a Talisman of the Ascension, because with that speed boost, they are going to be able to catch up to Yux and the rest of the IPT team.
So yes, Amplifier, thinking of food.
Yeah. Sorry.
Over the we need dinner. Alright. So
FYI, hindi pa nakaka-dinner ang mga GS. So pasensya na lang po.
And it's really hot in here.
Okay.
Alright, so this is IPT Blue taking a position on the left side of the Dragon Pit. 1 second now. 2 SS not connecting from Diamond. There's also Yux activating his SS from Meme activated also the Paranoia. That is 3 members. 3 members down from Diamond is down there now onto Eben.
And now Eben might not be able to escape here. He tried to go away, but Chok is able to take him down. It's only Ethan who's left alive, and that was a 4-for-nothing exchange in favor of IPT.
But the 4th Dragon given to Diamond.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I need to point out that that was a very unfortunate fight in the case of Diamond. I'm not sure if it was their fault or if it was the fault of the freeze. We noticed that there was a slight freeze in the game. So, I'm not sure if that was the reason that both a Tibers and the Shockwave would miss.
Yes!
Because honestly speaking, I don't think that Diamond is that bad to miss both AoE skills. So, maybe the freeze was an unfortunate incident. In Diamond's favor, there's gonna be a clash now.
Alright, so it's either trying to delay IPT Blue as much as possible. He goes low, sure flashes, disintegrate with an ignite, gives him the kill onto AJZY.
Alright, so that's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Diamond this time, but the Baron, I think,
was stopped.
Yeah, so, it went over to IPT, I think.
No, the Baron is still alive actually.
Oh, right, sorry about that.
And actually, I thought it's low. So this Diamond now going to take the Baron. Collateral damage, only a few seconds away to be activated. I think this will be, the Baron has enough life to get sniped down by Arkin. Will be able to make it. Meme goes low from Yux. Yux is just painful with his item now. Also Chok activating the SS onto Ethan. This is definitely a team fight now.
Oh wow!
And Arkin gets bursted down by the Shockwave. 2 members of Diamond down, 1 member for IPT Blue. Nobody's going to take the Baron tonight.
Yikes, that was a scary call coming in from Diamond. They took way too long to try and take that Baron. So IPT was able to follow up, and then Eben gets ulted by Chok, which is pretty much the person you want to ult the most in Diamond's team.
I think what both of the teams learned from there was that it's too early to take the Baron.
Yeah. Wag mo na muna.
It's just too early to take the Baron.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a bad call, but not game. Well, it might be game changing because now IPT has caught up in terms of gold There are 4,400 at the moment. Those 2 kills, I think, really helped IPT to sort of get back into this game. Arkin at the moment is 2-6, so he's not that painful, but I think it's very important that IPT keeps him safe to free hit. Just at the moment, I still think Diamond has the upper hand, just because Kalista scales better into the
Actually, in terms of assists, our best supporting champions would be Kalista and Nocturne.
Yeah.
Kalista yet to get his first kill into this game. He's only just dishing out damage, maybe contributing to the push for the side of Diamond. So let's see how Kalista will scale into the late game, because just 2 seconds away, this is 30 minutes into the game, and it's actually decent to say that this is the late game now.
Yeah, looking at the ward coverage again, Diamond's ward coverage is quite lackluster compared to the vision coming in from IPT. They've shown very good vision so far in the game, and I think that's what's helping them to stay in the game. Height behind sila in terms of gold and kills. They're able to keep themselves a little bit safer with the vision they have.
Actually, IPT is becoming really not that aggressive now compared to their previous games. They're really making sure that they get to secure whatever needs to be secured into this game.
Kasi dapat kailangan nilang i-respect na wala na yung early to mid game phase, which Graves usually would shine in. So we've officially entered the part where Kalista can stay away from anyone. But I think the good thing about Kalista being, or the good thing for IPT in this game, is that she doesn't really have a tank to kite away from.
Yes.
So the form of lockdown here from IPT is instant. It's not something you can necessarily jump away from. Unlike with a Sion, kahit buong buhay ni Sion itry i-chase si Kalista, tatalon-talon lang yun eh. Pero in the case of IPT, their lockdown is very instant. So the moment na ma-frozen tomb or aqua prison ka, that's a pretty easy lockdown.
So Ivan knows this na. He's just really playing it safe.
Tama,
onto this game. That's actually good. I really wish somebody would use Varus. I mean, that's one playstyle for Varus eh. He got not much of an escape. He only has pills for himself. But he actually has good poke. If you want to really just play it safe all throughout the game and just poke down the enemy champs, that Q of Varus is quite far and it hurts a lot if you get the first hit. So, just waiting after the game. No aggressive rotations will come from both teams. This is 55 seconds away now to the Dragon. 5th Dragon for Diamond, 1st Dragon for IPT Blue. It's just quite weird. No Dragon secured for IPT Rebenga. Knowing that he's one adept jungler.
Yikes, okay, I have forgotten to point out that Diamond has 4 stacks on the Dragon at the moment, and that is actually nung una, I was thinking that Diamond was definitely in the lead. And then the clash happened earlier around this area where the Shockwave and the Tibbers missed. I thought that IPT got back into the game immediately, but again, this is going to be the 5th Dragon in about 15 seconds. And if Diamond takes this one,
it's a massive
then
lead.
It's a huge thing.
Yes, it will be that's I think double, no? So
double the effects.
Yes, double the effects for
Love tap
for Diamond. And actually, what Diamond could do here was just simply kill Rebenga. They could just pick off Rebenga, and they have to make sure that at least their SS will connect.
Oh. Yikes.
Okay, so
there's gonna be a pause there.
There's a freeze over the Dragon Pit.
This is
quite weird.
This is very weird.
So they want to make sure this is actually a very important phase of the game.
To those who are watching, I'm pretty sure you've noticed over the past weeks that there have been very weird technical things going on in our server. So
even with the wards.
It's like really quite unfortunate. Actually, yung wards, that's all servers. Yung malaki yung green ward, that's all servers.
But
Naayos na yun for 5.4.
The thing about is that there are some wards which are cited by the pink ward and doesn't pop up. Like the one in game 2 with GS Azurai.
But the main problem really is yung weird lag coming in from the game, and this might be because of this Lissandra pick. I'm not sure, but
I see. So the trick there was that line of brush line of vision. So that's why the pink ward will not spot. I see. Okay. Silly me. This is Diamond now. Starting the Dragon up. This will be an all-in now. Shura flashes in. Really messy team fight over each one. But 2 members of Diamond are down as Ethan and Meme takes the front line. Meme will go down.
And now it's going to be Evan trying to focus Yukes, but he's not able to pull off the Rend onto Yukes, and he's going to be able to escape. That's a 1-for-3 exchange this time in favor of IPT, and they might just grab and steal the 5th Dragon away from IPT. But they might still fight. Will they try to secure this Dragon? Evan still wants some blood. There's no more ult from Chalk. Evan's trying to put down some damage. There's going to be Chalk gonna rush in. The root does not go in. That's going to be Ethan down.
Alright, and that is actually an ace for IPT Blue as they will get their first Dragon of the game. If you look into that, engage in that Dragon, the first team fight onto this Dragon Pit, the key member for IPT Blue would be Yukes.
Yeah.
Laying out a really effective slicing maelstrom to zone out members of Diamond. Actually, not just zone out. He was able to pick off members of Diamond with that one. So, yes, that's 2 members getting shut down. Another one. So, start off with 3 for 1.
Yeah.
Then, that's Ethan and actually the brothers, Ethan and Ivan.
Yeah.
Trying to contest and get that 5th Dragon stack. This is IPT now with the lead.
Yeah, actually, this is why you can't count out a team that can pull off a great team fight. This is actually one of the analysis that people put on to the fight between CLG and TSM. If you guys happen to watch that, CLG was able to secure numbers of objectives against TSM, but TSM came back because of their amazing team fight. So this is actually a testament to that.
Isn't that the 5 Dragons, 1 Baron, lose game?
Yeah. So actually, it's really a number of superb team fights, and now Meme is gonna get picked out. Chalk was able to land an ult out to Meme, and the tidal wave is gonna knock him up. On point tidal wave with a Cockle Prison. That's gonna be a legendary Chalk.
So that is a baptismal kill onto Meme with his Nocturne, the tidal wave. Ethan and 2 members of Diamond try to contest this one up as IPT takes a position here in the Baron. Actually, there's a threat of somebody of IPT Blue taking the Baron, but Ethan and Shura will recall. I think they know that IPT Blue knows that they will contest the Baron.
Yeah.
So nobody will start up the Baron, especially after learning that lesson over the Baron pit. As I think that's just 3 attempts. 3 consecutive attempts on the Baron, and both teams just died out.
Yeah, plus the fact that Meme was not there, and even if he was, wala siyang flash at that time, so he can't flash in and steal the Baron. Plus, very hard to pull off yun. I think the best way really for Diamond to secure a Baron or a Dragon is dapat lagi silang nauuna dun, so that Kalista can place the red stacks in advance and take it, because really the Baron of a jungler, the Bane of a jungler is to have a Kalista with a number of stacks, because your smite can definitely not beat Rend.
So, Shura, combo, T-Burst combo with a Nocturne Paranoia. They're now collapsing onto Arcane. Arcane gets burned down. Wow, he's able to combo out Shura. Okay, that made Arcane run on a rampage now, but got shot down by Meme. Alright, so the damage from Arcane is now
do not underestimate. Arcane's just telling Diamond, hey, I'm still in this game. Kaya ko pa rin talunin yung mga birds.
Wow! Even though this is the last episode, plus this actually are relegated teams.
Yeah.
Yes, IPT Blue and Diamond.
Yeah.
Alright. They're still showing up a really good game.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is actually a long game now.
Yeah.
37 minutes on our clock. Okay? And it's not just even with this composition, they're not just executing team fights without thinking.
Yeah, definitely.
They're really careful, reading each other's movements and rotation and execution and each one's advantage.
Yeah, this is actually an admirable performance from them, considering they can't enter the playoffs anymore.
Yes.
Despite that fact, they're still showing their skill. They're still showing the statement that even if we're not gonna enter the playoffs, we're still pro team.
Yes, this is our pro players now. That is Imperium Pro Team Blue for you, and Morgan spreading this guy's Diamond. So yes, guys, this is game 3 of our last episode for the group stage of our Smart Prepaid GameX Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season.
Yes.
Alright. If you look into the item, I cannot really see now an obvious lead from each one. You can see for both the junglers, almost the same KDA. Also for the mid lanes, not really far.
Hey,
only for maybe for the ADR. Maybe for the ADR. That's Kalista and Graves. Arkin now 677 038. No, actually
that's quite Graves is actually has a higher gold
Yes. For Kalista. Against
his
Kalista.
worth is gold.
Yes.
His gold worth is higher than Kalista's at the moment.
Yes. And
6-7. He actually, there's no kill investment into Kalista.
yes.
I just noticed that now that Kalista was never able to grab a kill. He only has 8 assists, and Arkin has 6 kills in this game.
I
So
wonder if Iban has been effective if he chose another ADR.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think the most
He get inspired actually.
yeah the reason or one of the ways that Eban shined most in this game is his ability to help secure objectives because they have 4 stacks.
Yes.
So I think that's really one of the best ways that he showed his effectiveness here. But
How to
gaya nga na
utilize
sinabi
Kalista.
natin kanina, no, other than that, he can't really show this kind of kitey ADR that can dodge your tanks because IPT, again, they have instant lockdown.
Plus this item is kind of meh for Kalista.
Yeah.
Really need
yeah,
an
static
infinity edge also
Yeah.
for a Kalista.
Or maybe Phantom Dancer would have been better to help out with the attack speed. Not sure why the static shift was picked, maybe to help with wave clear,
yes, yeah.
and
Wave
a
control.
bit of more burst, but I really would have preferred the Phantom Dancer to really stack
Yes.
the rend. But
Actually,
regardless,
yeah, if you're playing an ADR and you're not that mechanically dominant with that AD carry, you
Yeah.
could actually opt for just the push.
yeah,
Yes, and wave clear. Just be consistent, getting those CS. Even if you don't get kills, you contribute a lot to your team.
Yeah.
If you manage to get decent wave clear.
yeah. But now we're entering one of the very important stages of the
Yes.
game. We're about to hit that 5th DR. If ever Diamond can grab that one, it's 30
Yes.
seconds until the Dragon right now, and IPT showed us that they could stop the Dragon. So if they can do that again with an amazing slicing maelstrom from Yux, then they can definitely pull themselves back into this game. In fact, they don't even have to pull themselves
Yes.
back because they're even right now
Yes.
with Diamond.
Just look at this ward coverage from
Yeah.
both teams. Imagine that.
That's a double sight stone.
A double
So,
sight stone with an upgraded totem
Yes.
for Yux. So,
I would say
think-
props to Riot for thinking about adding that buff to the stealth totem.
yes.
Kasi nang una wala talaga nag-upgrade ng trinket na yun. But ever since that buff to that totem, ang daming nagsisecure na ng vision.
This dragon buff is just a
Oh,
minor right now.
my.
Sure, the flashes in. Focus on the choke. He pressed the Zonya. Let's wait for a shockwave. It's only one man shockwave onto Rebenga. Final activated onto Arkin. Massive team fight here. Lissandra gets shot down.
And now it's gonna be Meme focusing down onto Rebenga. Yux is gonna activate that Zonya as he gets the snipe before he's taken down. That's a double kill for him. Ethan trying to focus down onto Arkin. He quick draws out. The on-point Aqua Prison lands onto him. That's gonna be a kill for him, and it's gonna be a 3-for-4 exchange in favor of IPT.
This is a really close fight. Will Arkin and AJZY get the dragon? No, they'll go for a push. My god. This is just a close game. 41 minutes into our game. 25-22. 3-kill lead by IPT Blue after that massive lead in terms of kill by Diamond.
Yeah, and actually, I need to point out, IPT gives them a big slap in the face with the 5th dragon. They've
Yes.
secured the past 4 dragons, but with the 5th one, IPT is like, nope,
No,
you
no,
can't take this one
guys.
from us.
We won't make it easy for you
Yeah,
guys.
definitely.
And yes, I think this is a sure dragon for IPT.
Yeah, and I think that's really a big, that this just shows how important vision is. IPT is always there now whenever they try to secure the 5th dragon, and so even if they have the Kalista, it's useless because IPT always arrives there
Yes.
when the dragon's up. So props to IPT for stopping them all the time.
I think looking to this phase of the game, I think before this game end, unless there's really a massive throw we move from one team who's still I think 15 minutes.
Oo nga, no?
It's pretty long. I mean, just look at here. I think IPT plans to steadily stop Diamond to secure that dragon unless somebody pulled up an aggressive team fight.
Yes, baka umabot tayo ng 90 minutes dito sa game na to. But
It'll be like the Koreans.
I would
It'll be
like
like
to
the
thank them for that.
Yeah,
They're
yes.
giving us a very exciting final week of the group
Yes.
stage before we enter the playoffs. So props to you guys for
Okay,
that.
so now IPT Blue taking a position here in the Baron. Okay, somebody wants to pull up something and somebody knows this. So let's see. No, it's actually Iban.
My.
Okay, he recalled in the mid lane. He's not
Oh,
there. Because it's Hekarim in the bottom lane. They know he's in the bottom lane. That's Ethan, pulled up
Oh
a
my.
teleport. They're now focusing on to Yukes. There's Meme, Paranoia, not yet activated. Nagi wants to be sure.
Ooh.
There's a shockwave onto Rebecca. They will focus Rebecca down. The smite says bye-bye onto IPT Blue as Annie gets shot down onto that slicing Maelstrom. And yes,
now it's gonna be a double kill over onto Kenneth there, and now they're gonna try and take that Baron. There's 3 members left from IPT. It was a 2-for-3 exchange again in favor of IPT shining in those team fights. Wow.
So IPT stepping up in every team fight by 1 kill.
Yeah.
By 1 kill and steadily. So I think they'll show memory call, but they will not go for the Baron because of that pink ward over the Baron.
Yeah, it's gonna be a longer game now because Baron is delayed.
Yes.
I actually want to point out that the shockwaves from Nage have been slightly questionable so far. It's a nice idea to try and shut down the jungler.
Yes.
But if the jungler is a tanky Lee Sin.
Yes, you could just focus Arcane or Chok.
Yes, he should have.
Maybe not Chok.
I would have
Arcane,
liked him to focus it onto Yux. If he was able to shockwave Yux, they would have prevented the double kill. And it might have been instead a 2-for-4 exchange in favor of Diamond.
Yes.
But because they used the shockwave onto Rebenga, who lived anyway after it,
yes,
medyo questionable yung shockwave call niya. So
1 minute away for the 45-minute mark of our game. There's only one Taylor Swift reference, blank space, onto Annie Shura. So everyone's on their way to complete their items up.
Yeah.
If you look into the game, well, actually they're securing pink wards, okay? Because of these very tricky objective controls between the two teams.
Yeah, let's see which member they write the blank space on.
Whenever there's a team fight, it's just 3-4-2, 4-4-3.
Yeah.
Not really a clean sweep.
Not really like 5-0.
Yes. And even if they were able to get like 4-4-3, their health is quite low to make a push and take an objective.
So very even.
Yes. So
71,000 goals for both teams. And it's almost 45 minutes into the game.
Yes.
And
Curtis, they could buy you with this gold.
Yeah, like one of the Korean shoutcasters I believe said before, you can buy League of Legends.
The game with this amount of gold.
Yeah, with this
But
gold.
we'll see if we enter the 1 hour mark. The outer turret, the inner turrets of IPT Blue are still intact.
Yeah.
Also, actually the base are left untouched for both teams.
Yeah.
And the Baron is quite painful.
Yeah, definitely.
And risky for both teams to take. So yes, everyone just wants to show how much of a threat they can be.
But this actually, I need to point out now, this makes the second game, it makes it hard to predict.
Yes.
Because usually, di ba yung ginagawa natin, when we're approaching the second game, we'll point out things that both teams have to do in the next game.
Yes.
Pero mahirap gawin yun dito because until there's a victory sign that pops up, it's hard to predict the second game because both teams have shown that they both have answers to each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Also, if you observe IPT Blue, rarely does one of them go into a lane. They've invested a lot of time in the Baron Pop. Even gets caught off tidal wave. There's also Shockwave onto Rebecca. Gets stopped by that Zonya Strikers from Chok. Naga also approach his Zonya. That's a sure kill onto him. Mid lane of a Diamond is down. The AD carry slow. Okay, so Rebecca gets stopped down by that T-Bears with that Transstack. Yukes now leading the fray. Okay, force a flash out of Diamond actually. Okay,
I would say that's
what objective?
Totally fault due to vision.
Yes, by Iban.
Yeah, look at the map right now again of Diamond. Super dark. There was no vision here, and Eban got caught off guard here. So that's really loss of vision right now from Diamond. And there's a DC.
Nobody will take the Baron even until now. Yes.
Yeah.
Ethan is on his way on the Baron pit. That's yes, with the Hecarim rampaging all over you with his Q. So, and of course the Onslaught, I think that's Onslaught of Shadows by Hecarim, the SS. Just a lot of damage, especially if the Baron is supporting him up. 29 seconds into the Dragon. It's really a bad decision that I've decided to do an English cast for a 47-minute game.
Okay lang yan. Pwede ka na mag-shift back.
I've regretted nothing else in my life right now. Okay.
Okay lang yan, mag-enter back na tayo in Tagalog Shotcast. Pero,
alright, so
Yeah, looking into the game
IP.
now, 47 minutes in. So while this pause is going on, let's just look at the general kung ano nangyari generally in the game. So at the beginning, we were saying that IPT should have secured their early game advantage, but we didn't see that happen. Diamond was able to really hold off into the mid game. So Eban was able to shine then. But what's happening now is that because Eban, despite being able to hold off into the mid game, he wasn't able to get kills, only assists. So when we started reaching the very dangerous team fight stage of the game, IPT went back in. They were able to pull themselves back in, and now it's a 46-minute game, and it's so even, and we don't know what's gonna happen.
Why won't Nage put the shockwave onto Graves?
Yeah.
Way before he has that what item?
Banshee's Veil.
Banshee's Veil over him. It's really just focusing Rebenga.
Yeah.
Making sure they chunk down Rebenga.
Yeah, actually,
maybe that's the playstyle of Diamond.
Yeah, and we'll notice na hindi natin masyado nakikita yung Ethan ult to Shockwave combo.
Yes.
It hasn't been pulled off. Mostly because lagi nauuna yung IPT sa fight.
Even with Meme.
Yeah.
No combo yet. It's only Nage's SS. Solo SS. Okay? And that is in the early game. When we entered mid game and late game, nothing much has come up.
Yeah, so we can see now 46 minutes into the game, natutulog na po si Kairu. And
GM Kairos gets knocked down. Okay, over this game. It's just pretty intense and too hot in here.
Yeah, and I can hear my stomach right now. Pero go lang, push lang.
Yes.
Someone count the pauses in this game. Someone count it.
Alright, so looking into the mid game earlier, what I call the composition. I'm laughing because it's just so hot in here. Looking into the composition of Diamond, I call that composition Pokemon.
Diamond?
Yeah, Pokemon composition. It's like the SS of Kalista. Using summoning Annie.
I choose you, Charmander.
Yes. Yeah, and of course Meme pa.
Yes.
Gengar. With a ball from Nage, and of course Ethan.
Ooh, we're gonna resume the fight.
Alright, so let's see. This is just our pro team still making sure that every decision is counted. 20 seconds now into the Dragon. There's also a flag assistance ping to rotate to the Dragon Pit. Rebenga leading his teammates over the red jungle side. Take note that for the past 2 Dragon skirmishes, it's IPT Blue coming out on top, stopping the 5th Dragon buff.
Yeah, you can say, ooh, my Arkin, careful. Ooh, he's really brave. There's a kick onto Ethan there. Rebenga wants blood, but now that's a Dragon Range burn for pretty much almost nothing. And this might be a disadvantage for IPT.
Alright,
that's positional advantage for IPT now. Will they deny the 5th Dragon once again? Yes, they will.
Okay.
Another slap in the face on Diamond.
3rd Dragon buff.
Baka yung IPT pa may makukuha ng 5th Dragon at this rate.
3rd Dragon buff. We'll enter a game with 4 Dragon buffs for both teams. I know. This is IPT rotating for the Baron now. And 2 members of Diamond are calling up.
Yes, they're gonna call for this Baron now. They have vision all over the map. They will know if Ethan is gonna jump in. They will know if Memo is gonna jump in.
Yes, this is a key lead for IPT Blue.
Oh
they can actually easily wipe Diamond.
Oh wow.
Yes, this is the first Baron of the game. 48-minute mark in the bag of IPT Blue. Awards spotted out Shura. That's Shura getting shot down. Kill given up to AJZY. This is IPT now making a sweep.
And now Meme is gonna get shut down. That's gonna be Ethan. Very low. 4 members left here. The Shockwave is still up though. There's gonna be a 2-man Shockwave. Jock is gonna get focused out. That's gonna be Nage trying to run away for his life. That's gonna be Arkin with a kill. He's now unstoppable. Rebenga trying to do what he can. AJZY with the on-point flash bubble. DQ as well. On to Evan. Is he gonna get taken down? Yes, he is. It's gonna be a 4-for-0 exchange in favor of IPT.
IPT Blue knows how to play from behind, taking that Baron, initiate by IPT Chalk onto Shura with a back and forth team fight over the red jungle side of Diamond. Look at those dead timers. It's only Eden standing behind them. Here's our horseman Guardian getting stopped out by Yukes. Also, that is this time collapsing onto the middle inhibitor. Will they be able? Yes, with that dead timers. This is definitely IPT Blue focusing the Nexus down, and a victory for Game 3 of our Smart Prepaid GameX Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season. Last episode, week 14. Wow! What a massive team fight for both teams. They're definitely, I mean, that is a really close game. 1 minute away to the 15-minute mark. If you look into our scoreboard.
Yes, so let's break down the score right now. So earlier we saw that hopefully the idea was that IPT would get the lead in the early game, but they could bring themselves back into the late game. So that's IPT Chalk with 10-3. And then that's going to be Graves with 11-7. And the dangerous Slicing Maelstrom from Yux with 8-4. So a lot of kill participation from him with 17 assists. Meanwhile, looking at Diamond, that's actually a 1-5 Kalista, which is not what you want to see. Nage got fed definitely. One of the highest, in fact, the highest gold worth in the game, or rather in his team's game. But that's still a loss for Diamond, sadly. So, looking at the standing right now.
So that will shoot up Imperium Pro Team Blue now with a victory. 5 points now over Diamond with 4 points. Both of them has played 13 games. Only 1 game away for our Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season Group Stage. Actually, Smart Prepaid GameX,
yes.
PGS. Yes.
Such a well-earned point. They earned that 49 minutes.
What a game. It's really a neck-to-neck battle. I mean, what happened there is that IPT Blue was able to really... I mean, the way they read the rotations of Diamond paid off well.
Yeah. Now I can point out what Diamond needs to do in the game, and all I can say is one word: wards. That's all I can say. All I can say.
Really to check that Baron.
Yeah.
I mean, from that Dragon.
To Baron.
Yes. I mean, there's not. It's okay. It's okay to lose that Dragon, but to take a position, to get a bad position, not to secure the Baron.
Yeah.
Anytime. With the 50-minute mark, anytime IPT Blue could take the Baron.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, nakita nga natin, it's like IPT took a walk in the park.
Yes, that's just
Dragon, hop, Baron, hop, end.
Wipe. Yes. Yeah. So yes, guys, that is Game 3 of our Smart GameX Smart Prepaid GameX
yes.
Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season Group Stage. We are now down to our last episode and last week. That's for the group stage.
Yeah,
okay?
For the group stage.
So week 14, there will be the playoffs. Okay, that simply means that it will be the farewell of our Watch and Win promo getting changed by a new promo. But just stay up, Summoners.
Yes.
We still have Game 4, last game. Fight between Imperium Pro Team Blue versus Wargods Pride in Disguise Diamond. That is a really epic and strong game.
Epic game.
And intense, actually.
Yes.
I mean,
all throughout
we were thinking, what will they do? What will they do?
Yeah, the only time we were resting was during pauses.
Right. So, I am GS Shinbu. That is a Shinbu with a 1-4 and
And I'm GS Amplifier.
And it's been nice talking in English to you. Okay? So, this is the Smart GameX Smart Prepaid Pro Gaming Series GameX Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season Group Stage Week 14, and we'll be right back for Game 4.